Have you ever wondered why, despite rising prices and the looming shadow of inflation, the rich just seem to get richer? As you sip your overpriced coffee and grumble about the increasing cost of living, there are individuals out there capitalizing on these very fluctuations. Join me on this journey as we uncover the secrets of how the wealthy make money with inflation in 2024. Not so long ago, I had a conversation with an old friend, Jay, at a posh New York rooftop bar. He had just secured a major profit in the real estate market. As the evening wore on, he let me in on a secret. "Inflation," he whispered, "is like a tide. Most people get washed away, but those who know how to sail, they ride the wave to greater heights." 1. Tangible assets. When the Federal Reserve pumped trillions into the economy, those who had a keen eye on economic patterns, like Alex, turned to tangible assets. While the value of cash dwindled, assets like real estate held their ground. In our hypothetical economy, think of it this way. If you had 10 houses, and suddenly there was double the money chasing them, the price of each house would naturally go up. The rich understood this and leveraged it. They didn't just buy homes, they strategically used debt to amplify their returns. 2. Embracing debt. It might sound counterintuitive, but in an inflationary environment, debt can be a tool rather than a shackle. Remember the story of Alex? He took on debt to invest in appreciating assets. Companies like Apple, despite sitting on heaps of cash, borrowed money. Why spend your own money when inflation allows you to profit off borrowed funds? 3. The golden charm. Over millennia, gold has been the go-to hedge against inflation. When uncertainty looms, investors flock to this shiny metal. While the value of currency wavers, gold has consistently held its ground. It's like an anchor in the stormy seas of economic turbulence. 4. Cryptocurrency. The new kid on the block. Now here's where things get interesting. Alex, always the adventurous investor, had dabbled in Bitcoin. Cryptocurrencies, particularly Bitcoin, have been touted as digital gold. While volatile, they have offered returns that traditional assets couldn't match in recent years. But a word of caution, the crypto market is still young, and while the rewards can be high, so can the risks. 5. Stocking up on stocks. While not as flashy as crypto, stocks remain a favored playground for the rich. Think about it. Every time someone spends those stimulus checks on Amazon or buys the latest iPhone, these companies grow. Holding shares in such companies means you're riding the wave of their growth. The rich understand this and ensure they have a stake in businesses poised for growth. As the night deepened and the city lights shimmered, Alex left me with a parting thought. Inflation isn't the enemy, ignorance is. Understand the game and you can play it to your advantage. Sitting there, amidst the dim lights of the bar, I couldn't help but reflect on my own financial journey. Just a few years ago, the word inflation would send shivers down my spine. Like many, I felt helpless against the rising tide of costs. Every trip to the grocery store became a stark reminder of the decreasing power of my paycheck. I remembered the days when I had to choose between filling my car with gas or treating myself to a decent meal. It felt like a constant battle, one that I was perpetually on the losing side of. But that evening, listening to Alex, something shifted. It wasn't just his words, but the confidence with which he spoke. Here was someone who had harnessed the very force that had once intimidated me. As the night wore on, memories of my struggles became juxtaposed with Alex's strategies. It dawned on me that perhaps the difference between us wasn't just our bank balances, but our mindsets. While I saw inflation as a monster under the bed, Alex viewed it as a puzzle, one he had managed to piece together. I thought about my parents, hardworking individuals who gave their all but never seemed to get ahead financially. They, like many in their generation, were never taught to see the opportunities in economic challenges. They held on to age-old beliefs about money, savings, and investments. While those beliefs might have served them in the past, the world had changed. It was clear to me that if I wanted a different financial future, I needed to adapt, to learn, and most importantly, to act. With renewed vigor, I made a silent promise to myself that night. No longer would I be a passive spectator in the game of wealth. I was ready to dive deep, to learn and to harness the tides of inflation to my advantage. So, as you navigate the financial landscape of 2024, remember that inflation, like any challenge, presents opportunities. It's all about perspective and strategy. Are you ready to shift your mindset and seize these opportunities? With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time. Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe to the channel for more.